All right, guys. So started my days off. So hopefully we can get something done this week. Got the motor. This is the one we're going to do the motor swap into. This is our parts tractor. So hopefully, kind of cleaned up the throw-up bearing and clutch fork there. We pulled off the frame. I'm going to have to pull off part the axle housing, but we're going to get the engine swap done first. I got to clean up all this before we do it. I got the old engine block sitting right back there behind the creeper. So we're gonna have to use that to put the other tractor back together. We'll just cover it up real good with a tarp or something, and so it doesn't disintegrate in this weather. So yeah, the plan is today, we got this one in here. We'll take off, obviously, as much as we can on the front section. I'm gonna try, I don't have gaskets for the exhaust, so I'll probably leave that on there for now. We'll pull it off with the exhaust. We'll disconnect it from here, support this end, unbolt this part, get the motor put onto that one. That'll allow us to have that one all in one piece. Then we can slowly start transferring the rest of the equipment we need between the two pieces. And once we get all that done, we're gonna have to take apart that axle. We'll probably just remove that axle and then swap out these hubs onto that one, and I need to swap out the pinion pinion gear on that one for this one. They stripped the splines off of that one, so we'll use it. And that should get us back together. Hopefully a running tractor, I don't know. The manual recommends a clutch alignment tool, because this is a dual clutch setup. And it is not available. I haven't found anybody to do it, so I'm gonna probably look at making some dowels, getting a wood dowel and try to make something out of that to get it as close as possible. And then we will worry about if it works. Don't know. But yeah, I couldn't even find something on eBay like a generic aftermarket one. But we'll see. I'm gonna take some measurements and try to get that figured out. We do have the clutch off. Pretty herky. There's the flywheel. So there's a divot, so my center dowel should be able to line up into there and then go from there. But we'll see. It's gonna be tricky, but we'll get it figured out one way or another. All right, so let's start tearing this apart. I'm not gonna record every little thing. I'm gonna take the alternator off, the fan drive shaft, the belt, coolant tank, air port. I'm gonna leave the injection pump and the hydraulic pump on there. I think I can use the pump, but I'm not sure. It is slightly different. That's a full hydraulic steering setup, so the hydraulics are different. It actually has a pipe that comes off the top and goes down. So we'll see what we gotta do. I'm hoping to use this pump because we know it's sealed up. I don't know how long the other one was, but I did pull it off. It's sitting over there with the clutch and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Try to get all this as one piece moved over as best as we can. Obviously, once we get it off of this, we'll separate the tractor. That'll be the first thing. And we got to pull the flywheel off, transfer flywheels. I think they're different. And then we'll go from there. All right, let me get started on this. All right, so we got this engine pulled out. So it's hanging there. You can kind of see. Try to keep as much intact as possible. Didn't even drain the oil because I just put fresh oil in it. But lift that up there. So my goal is to try to find out if this is even going to work and if it's going to run. So I don't want to put more money into it without verifying she's actually going to work. So I'm just using the parts we have. I'm not replacing hoses. I'm not painting. So just putting some time in it. That's why I didn't even take the exhaust off. If I get this all up and running all winter, I'm going to work out all the kinks. In the spring, summer, we will take off the exhaust, strip the engine down, strip the frame down, paint it, paint the body panels, and get everything cleaned up. This radiator, looking at it, you can see there's a big divot right down in there. So, yeah, if it ain't leaking, it's not gonna cool. So that's a good thing. This parts tractor came with this. So hopefully, I gotta check the bell housing, see if they're different. And then I know the flywheel's different, so we're gonna swap out flywheels, but if the bell housing's different, we'll swap out the bell housing as well. But it doesn't really look like it. Yeah. This is it. Got the injection pump all intact, all the injection lines. There's that flywheel, you can see that's different. So this is a part on the other tractor that they stripped off. So we'll end up pulling all that off. See what we got to do. We may do that after we get it running and then just work on the front of the tractor, but we'll see. It's coming apart. We got two tractors split in half. So I'm gonna swing this motor around, bring it over, try to drop it in. Actually, swing it around, put it right in the middle and work on the flywheel. And then see if we can get the clutch mounted on it too, so. All right, guys, so we got the motor up here. We ended up pulling the flywheel off. That thing is heavy. That's for, I think, the hydrostatic or shuttle shift transmission. So, something, it's been a while since I worked on a manual transmission, especially in the clutch area, so I completely forgot. There's supposed to be a pilot bearing right here for the tip of that shaft, the input shaft. I checked the old one. It's kind of gritty. I don't even know if I can get it out without damaging it, but I can order one of these. So we'll see if I'm gonna locate that. I think since I'm gonna do that, I'll probably order a new throwout bearing or release bearing. I'm just gonna check everything else. So what I think I'll do is we will leave the flywheel off of this one and bolt it up to the bell housing and just maybe even bolt it up to the frame just to stabilize everything. I haven't quite decided on that part, but I know I'm gonna bolt it up to there. That way this is not hanging here anymore. I'll pull out the other engine block, put this back together because I need a rolling chassis. And then once we get that old block back in here, get it attached, I gotta pull this front axle off so we can swap that out. So it's kind of what we're looking at doing. So we're gonna keep on moving, and then that way if I see there's any seals or anything I need for the front axle, I can order it when I order the pilot bearing and the throwout bearing. So it's kind of my plan. Heck, yeah, I think that's the only thing that's different that I didn't plan. The bell housing or adapter housing, it looks exactly the same, so I'm not gonna swap that out. The other one was, this piece broke off. You can see it's broke off in there, so would have had to drill that out if that was the case. But even the dowel pins are in the same spot. So, all right, we got this thing back together. It's just temporary because we do not have the clutch in there. We just have the clutches back there, flywheels back there. So, still got to put that together. But we're gonna wait. We'll put together a parts list. Probably order some seals for the pinion gear and a throwout bearing and a pilot bearing, and then we'll see what else I can think of. And then we'll get that on order. At least it's, if I needed to move it out, I could. I did get the other one back together. I took it outside. So it's out of the way over there. So I'm gonna clean up my mess. We got the Kubota back in the shop. We got our bearings that we were waiting on. So we're gonna get those installed here hopefully and get this thing running. Our weeds are starting to come in, so spring is here. So hopefully we can get this thing as a running tractor. So the plan is we're gonna split the engine or install the pilot bearing and the throwout bearing, and then we'll get this tractor back together, start installing all the hardware back on there, the linkages, hydraulic lines, and hopefully give it a test run. That's our goal. We need to get it running. We will have to swap the rear wheels and tires over, and the front axle, but first we're gonna focus on getting that engine transmission, make sure all that works. All right, guys, let's get to it. So the first thing we're gonna do, get the engine hoist over here, support the engine. We'll get a jack stand underneath the rear section of the tractor, probably about somewhere around in here. That'll hold that up, and we'll take these bolts off here. So that'll separate. We'll be at the bell housing. We'll get the clutch installed. Okay, guys, so we got our pilot bearing in. We separated the tranny. So the pilot bearing, if you need the part number, it's right here. There's the bearing. So we'll get a rubber mallet and it'll seat right into there. And that's your pilot bearing. That's where your input shaft will line up right there. Yep, so we'll get that seated in. And then I went ahead and ordered a throwout bearing, clutch bearing, because that one sounded kind of grindy. So here's that part number. So we're gonna swap out these bearings and then we'll start installing the flywheel and then see if we can get this clutch installed without any alignment tool. There is no alignment tool available. I couldn't find, they quit making it. So I'm kind of frustrated with Kubota. There's a lot of things that they quit making for this. But anyways, we'll see what we can do. If we gotta make something, we might run into town, get some dowel pins or something. We'll figure something out. But we're gonna try it without, and then we'll go with there. All right, guys, let's get these bearings installed and we'll catch back up to you. All right, Luke's pulling this pin out so we can disconnect this linkage here. Should be able to pull that clutch bearing shaft out. We put some WD-40 on that. So we'll get this pin guys out. So we were able to pull this shaft out and you can see there's little ears on the shaft. So you pull that past this and that allows you to move this and get the throwout bearing off. So we'll take this to the vise and we'll press this bearing off of this and press the new one on. So Luke used the bearing puller and removed the old bearing, and then we used our Harbor Freight press, pressed on the new bearing, and she's ready to go after we cleaned it up with a wire brush. So we'll go ahead and reinstall it. Basically, we'll slide it back in there, put it onto our shaft there, and then line up this shaft there. So, all right, Luke's putting the bolts in. Now that we got the new bearing in there, there's just the two number 12 bolts that bolt onto there. They're bolt through this shaft here. So we just lined it up and then we'll reattach our pin down there.
Probably should hand start it first. Huh?
You got them started with hand? Yeah. Make sure they're threaded a couple threads. Then you can zip them on. We'll put a wrench on there and see how it's supposed to feel. Okay. All right, Luke's got the flywheel installed. He's just cleaning up that surface for the clutch. Worked nice and good, so we'll get that wiped down and then we'll start trying to install that clutch. Must be hungry. What you missing? What's that? And that.
Nope.
Well,
okay, small one? A big one? It's actually right. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, line it up. Let me get a light. You can get them in there to where. Let's go. I forgot how I'm gonna do this.
Really tiny?
No, because we have a little slice. Let me get the light. Come back some more. Yep. Okay, so I have to lower it. Okay. Not too much. Okay. So now the other challenge is we also have to line our studs up. All right, so tried to make my own custom alignment tool. Pretty rough, but we'll see. We're gonna test it out. I took some all thread. I had some scrap bolts. There's a little bit of slacks. I found the bolts with shoulders that actually fit pretty darn good. Got a long enough piece of all thread that fits into that pilot bearing. And then I loosened everything off and just moved it around, but I'll kind of show you. We got 3 different sizes. I just ground down some shouldered nuts, and that, now it doesn't line the splines up, but hopefully it centers everything, and I think that's the biggest thing. She fits right nice in there. Even this one, I can put it in further. So she's in there. Now we're gonna try to see if she'll line up on there. See if this was worth it. We tried it by eye, and that was just not the easiest way to do it, but you can see all the way to the pilot bearing. All right, let's see if we can do this. Well, I apologize. We lost a bunch of video. We had it on a tripod trying to get it because we were struggling getting this clutch aligned, and we ended up taking the transmission off the back of the tractor and still couldn't get it. I made this alignment tool. Just used some all thread, 2 different shouldered bolts, ground them down to just the right inside diameter, put some electrical tape on the end here so it would fill up the gap into the flywheel pilot bearing. I'm sorry, not the flywheel, but so this goes into the pilot bearing. This here goes into the flywheel. This goes into the inner disc, clutch disc, and this is the outer clutch disc. So what we kept on having problems was we'd stick it in there and the outer clutch disc was off. So that was, and it was kind of rusted and bound up. So we cleaned it up, got it centered. It took us a while once we realized what the problem was. This actually did help, believe it or not, this little makeshift alignment tool. Because they don't make the one for this anymore. But yeah, this helped. We got it lined up, and then the transmission within 5 minutes of my sons and I getting everything slid together, just kind of a couple of little shakes, popped right into place. We're good to go. So yeah, believe it or not, our homemade alignment tool worked. So didn't get much recording on it because we lost video, but we did get it back together. Now I'm going to clean up the gasket material on this surface, put new gasket material on there, and get this lined up, and we'll start putting everything back together, see if we can get this Kubota running and go from there. Still got to adjust the clutch pedal. We backed out the clutch pedal as far as possible, make sure that wasn't binding up at all. So I'll have to readjust that, and we'll be good to go. All right, guys, let me get this lined up and hopefully connected. All right, we got the transmission in the back half of the tractor hooked up. So we are one complete tractor now. It does go in and out of gear. I was able to turn that. So now I'm gonna start I gotta reconnect the clutches. I'll readjust this rod. Got a little bit slack there, so I'll redo that. Start putting the pedal together, line up all the linkages. We gotta put hydraulic system back together. The starters in, get the starter in, and go from there. So we're getting close. Pretty excited. Maybe in a little bit we'll be getting this thing running. So work on a little bit each morning before work, and we'll see what we can do. Hopefully the plan is to get this all back together and get it running and make sure she runs and drives. Everything works, and then we'll work on the front axle. That'll be the next thing. And then we'll also have to swap out the rear wheels and tires. We'll swap them over. The other ones are in better shape, and they're offset the way that we want them. But that's going to be it for this one. We don't want to make it too long. Want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. May God bless you.